fall in Ludington is lovely. Just look at a few of these. But for us, it's more than just beautiful scenery.
It's a backdrop painted by nature as we extend our outdoor activities deep into the fall season. Hiking, biking, disc golf, and paddleboarding are just a few of the things that I'm going to cover while we talk fall in Ludington. Fall paddling in Ludington is lovely, mostly because of the diverse options for getting out onto the water. Spots like Pier Marquette River paint that fall backdrop that I was talking about. And look, we even caught some fish.
People always ask if you can fish off of a paddleboard, and I know this is just a little guy, but yeah, you can, and it's a blast.
Boom.
What is that for you?
Number 2.
Nice.
Bye, bud.
Speaking of fish, when we're paddling the Big Sable River this time of year, it feels more like an aquarium than a river because it's so filled with salmon and fish. Unfortunately for me, I really don't know how to fish for salmon on this river, but I did have success stocking my freezer by going out with a charter earlier this fall. Anyways, back to paddling. One dam away from the Pier Marquette River is Hamlin Lake and Lost Lake. If you play the breeze right, it's easy to find a spot to just drift and snap a few photos.
I mean, honestly, does it get better than this?
It's perfect. If we're gonna move on from the water trails to the hiking trails, we can still talk about the same Lost Lake loop. And don't let that name fool you. It's the lake that was once lost, and not you on the trail. All we have to do is just follow the path and loop right back to the parking lot. Or, in this case, we traveled up to the Skyline Trail hike.
There's a boardwalk at the top of it that overlooks the dunes. It's pretty cool.
Here's the beautiful secret about the Skyline Trail. Evergreens and dunes maintain their color year-round, and this hike has plenty of both. No matter how deep into the season we find ourselves hiking, this scenic overlook never disappoints. Ludington State Park's ability to be multi-purpose keeps us coming back season after season, and every time we find a new spot or meet another aspect of the park's personality, like this day at the Big Sable Point Lighthouse. Speaking of multi-use park, Cartier Park is smaller than Ludington State Park, but it is mighty in its own use. A few miles of walking through the tunnel of trees? Yep, it's got it. Flow through some single track on a bike? Yeah, sure. Even a dog park and water views. I love when a park utilizes their space to the fullest of its ability, and Cartier Park nails it.
That's a fun little ride. I like the rhythm sections through the back part of it there. No warm up?
I'm gonna do a little swinging. I saw that, you know, there's a lot of courses in this area, but like this one is, they say, a little more beginner. I think that's what we need.
Now, I've explained this concept before, but hear me out. The best part about disc golf is that it combines two of my favorite activities, hiking and yard games.
I'm up one.
And if I had one suggestion, it would be to go and buy the least expensive 3-disc set you can find and put them in the trunk of your car. I can't tell you how many times I've discovered a disc golf course and ended up spending an hour or so just meandering through the woods while trying to crush Andy in a game. Sometimes I win, sometimes I lose, but Ludington has so many courses that I'm still discovering new ones, and I'll report back when I think I've played them all. There is something about fall that makes me want to shift my beverage and food of choice, and that's why flights at the breweries make so much sense. And yes, Oktoberfest and pumpkin beers are my favorite go-to this time of year. Basically, this whole video can be explained like this. I take my favorite outdoor activities. I put a hat on that covers my ears, and I get to explore miles and miles of green, gold, orange, and red draped scenery deep into the fall season, and I enjoy every single minute of it.